Hi Kickstarter, this is Jessica and Scott, and we're here to show you a quick tutorial on how to paint our Christmas ornaments. So let's start out by talking about what you need to start painting. You're gonna need some paper plates or something to put your paint on. You're gonna want some fairly small paint brushes. You're gonna wanna make sure they're pretty nice paint brushes. If they're all crispy or old with little flyaways, it's gonna make your life a lot harder and more frustrating. I bought this 10-pack of paintbrushes at Walmart for $3, so they're pretty cheap. And then you're gonna need your paint. If you're like me, I have a bunch of craft paint. It's acrylic paint, just sitting around at home. This works great. There's tons of colors. There's all different brands. There's some brands that do cover well. Some of the really cheap, 65-cent ones won't cover as well. You'll have to do a couple coats, but they still work really well. For us, since we're painting so many ornaments, we do spray paint the first coat. You're welcome to do this, and if you have the right color laying around the house or whatever, it makes it go a lot quicker. We do suggest that you look on the can and make sure it says for plastic. If not, you'll spray it and you'll notice it kind of bubbles and dribbles up. So you're going to want to make sure to find a spray paint that says plastic on it, and if you do that, it works great. You'll be able to give it a solid coat and then start from there. One of the great parts about painting your own ornaments is that you get to pick the color. Say you have a cute little one in glasses that loves the color orange. We are offering the dinosaur in green and pink, but if you want to have a little fun with it, you can order them unpainted, and let's make an orange one. So I've just gotten a little bit of paint out, and you just start painting. It's really easy. As you start painting, you're going to want to remember not to start with the details. You want to start big. So you want to start painting the main areas first. Don't sit here and paint around his glasses or around his teeth or his little spikes. Just paint the whole thing. Paint the inside of his glasses. Just paint everything first. This is going to save you a lot of time instead of sitting and painting all the little details first. So let's just get this painted all the way. So once you've got your dinosaur painted, the main body parts, you will want to wash your brush. I just have a cup of water and a paper towel. You can go wash it in the sink, whatever you need. And then you want to pick your next color. I don't really have the color I need, so I'm going to mix a color real quick. I use the back of my paintbrush to mix colors. Make your brushes last a lot longer. Bluish gray color for his hoodie. Okay. So I'll just start painting his hoodie. A good thing to remember is if you're using a paint that doesn't cover very well with the first coat, it's better to go and do a thin coat and do 2 coats than to do 1 thick coat. It's going to look a lot better and you won't see all the little brush marks if you do a thinner coat. Dark colors normally cover really well. It's best if you wait for the first color to dry before you start the second. That way you have somewhere to hold in. How far I've come now, and how far I have still to go. I'll find what we lost in the fire. Keep back to myself. I'll toe the line and try. Okay, so now we've got his hoodie painted, and I am going to paint his belly next. And I'm gonna paint it yellow, just for fun. And really, you can choose how much detail you want painted and how little. He doesn't have to have his belly painted. Purple, it could be whatever you want. That's the fun of painting it. Next, I'm going to paint all of his little spikes because I think it's kind of fun when they're a different color. So I'm going to paint them this reddish orange color. And these are nice, you can just kind of hold him. Let's see if I can hold him to where you see him. Just hold him and paint the sides. Make sure and turn them all the different directions and get under and over each spike. Okay, so I've got his spikes painted, his belly painted, and they're mostly dry now, so I'm going to keep painting. So the next thing I'm going to paint are his shoes. The way I paint normally is I just start with the biggest area and go to the smallest area, if that's easy for you to think about. So his body was the biggest area and his teeth are the smallest. So the teeth are what we're going to end on. So let's see. And as you get to smaller sections, you'll want to get a smaller brush as well. So I'll just start painting. Be careful around his legs. And remember, if you do get, say, the gray on his orange body or whatever, you can just let it dry and then go back and paint over it again with your orange or whatever color you're using. Road signs and landmarks are the only things in this. And remember to paint everything, including the bottom of his feet. So. How far I've come now, and how far I have still to go. I'll find what we lost in the fire and keep back to myself. I'll toe the line and try to get to you on time. To get to you. As I start his glasses, they're probably the hardest part of the whole thing. I use this paintbrush. goes to a really fine point. It's really nice. So I'm going to use that. And get some paint. It won't take very much paint for his glasses. When you're painting his glasses, you're going to want to paint just the top part. One of the mistakes a lot of people will make is trying to paint the entire pair of glasses and down into the little cracks and into the inside of his eyes, and it's just going to be really hard to make it look nice that way. So what I suggest is just painting the very top and around and then down his strap. So I'm gonna do that real quick. Now I'm going to put his eyes in. The easiest way to do this is to get a toothpick and just to dip it in the paint just a little bit and just poke it in the little holes for his eyes and wiggle it. And his eyes are done. That easy. Okay, so all we have left to do is paint his teeth and to paint the little poles on his hoodie. So I'm going to do that with my favorite paintbrush again. It's this one with the really fine tip. And you don't really need a whole lot of white to do this. And let me see if I can. So all I do is I just stick it on and pull down. Okay, so I have his teeth done. And I am going to quickly paint his hoodie holes. Just go in and put a little paint, and he is done. Okay, so now that you're finished with your ornament, I like to take a sealant. You can use a satin, a gloss, flat, whatever you can feel like. It doesn't really matter. They do sell some wonderful non-toxic sprays out there if you want to do that. And spray them down. That'll just help seal them. The kids won't be able to scratch off the paint, any of that. And it'll give it a little bit of a shine. And then he is ready to give as a gift, to hang on your tree, anything, whatever you want. So thanks for watching and have a great day.